If you've opened your Kindle this week and thought something looks different, you're not alone. Amazon just rolled out a new update to Kindle devices, and it's changed how highlighting, notes, and definitions work. I've had this update on my 11th generation Kindle Paperwhite, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through every change that's taken place. So whether you've had the update or you're someone who's interested to know what this update will bring, then stick around and let's dive in. First things first, how do you know if you've had this update? Go to Settings, then Device Options, then Device Info. If your software version is 5.18.6 or higher, you've got the new update. My Kindle Paperwhite is on 5.18.6, which is the latest version as of September 2025, but Amazon's continued to roll out new features within this update. Now, Amazon hasn't made a big announcement about this, but users on Reddit and X have started to notice the changes. Let me show you what's different. The biggest change is how highlighting works. If you now select a word or a passage, a new, more compact menu shows up. Instead of the old interface, you now see this A button highlighting, a note icon next to it, then lookup, and a 3-dot menu. The old interface was more spread out and had all the options visible at once. This new one is more compact and streamlined. On the Paperwhite, when you tap the A button, it will now highlight the word or passage that you've selected. The functionality is the same, but the interface is now cleaner and takes up way less space on the screen. Personally, I think this is an improvement. When you get used to this change, it feels less cluttered on the screen and actually is nice and easy to use. The Notes feature has also been redesigned. When you tap the note icon, you get the same keyboard interface, but the button placement is now different. You can still type your notes just like before, but the new interface feels more intuitive. And when you view your notes in the notebook section, they will still appear with your highlights just like they always have. So if you are someone who likes to take notes on your Kindle when you're reading, this change shouldn't disrupt your workflow at all. Now, this is my favorite change. When you look up a word, the definition now appears in the most suitable part of the screen. If you're reading near the bottom of the page, the definition appears at the top. And if you're reading near the top, it appears at the bottom. This is brilliant because it means the definition never covers the text you're reading. In the old interface, the definition would sometimes cover the exact sentence you were trying to read, which just felt really annoying. This new adaptive positioning is a small change, but it makes a huge difference to the reading experience. The same applies to Wikipedia lookups and translations. They now appear in the optimal position based on where you are on the page. Now here's a feature that's really clever and I already love it. Figure previews. So when the text says see figure 21, you can tap and hold on that reference and a pop-up appears showing you the actual image. And just like with definitions, you can then decide whether you want to go to the full-size image or just stay on your current page and keep reading. If you read a lot of biographies, art books, or science books with lots of images, this feels like another game changer for you. It's one of those simple amendments to give you a preview of an image, but it really changes your whole reading experience. The next change is to how you add a bookmark on your Kindle. Now I have to be completely honest, I'm not someone that really uses this feature. I just use highlighting instead, and that does everything I need. But I'm seeing comments on Reddit and X where people are struggling to find how they now add a bookmark on their Kindle. Previously, bookmarks were added from the top-down menu. But now, you add a bookmark by simply tapping and holding the top right corner of a page. Bookmarks are still accessed from the notebook icon, where you can find your highlights. If you're someone that uses bookmarks, I'd love to hear from you in the comments, so please let me know what you think about this change. Beyond these specific changes, I do feel like now the overall interface feels more modern and polished. The animations are smoother, the menus feel more responsive, and everything just looks a bit cleaner. It does feel like with this update, Amazon's made a real effort to try and make the screen feel less cluttered, whilst keeping all the functionality that we're used to. Now, a few quick tips for using this new interface effectively. First, if you're used to the old interface, give yourself a few days to adjust. The muscle memory will kick in pretty quickly. This was the case for me, and it probably took me a couple of days to get used to these changes. Second, the new compact menu means you can highlight and take notes faster because everything is closer together. And third, take advantage of that new adaptive definition positioning. It makes looking up words so much smoother. Oh, and if you haven't seen my video on 10 Kindle secrets that everyone should know, then I'll put that link in the description. It includes features like X-ray and vocabulary builder, which is still great with this new interface. Overall, when you get used to these changes, I think this is actually a really solid update. Admittedly, there are no groundbreaking new features, but what it does do is take existing features and make them feel easy to access and to use. And I'd love to hear from you to know whether you've been able to get this update yet. If you have, what do you think of it? So please let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, then please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps this channel to grow. I make videos about reading, Kindle tips, and self-improvement, so please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.